Welcome to Skyblock, but starting from the Nether, where we're starting on a Crimson Island, Crimson Tree. Got the setup for a basalt generator. And well, I mean, that's pretty much all you get. So let's make a crafting table and get this basalt generator up and running. Almost the exact same as a normal cobblestone generator, except we're using blue ice and soul soil to make basalt. And so while I expand this island, I want to talk about what I want to get done in this episode. So of course, starting off in a Skyblock world, I want to get a little bit of a base set up. I'm also thinking I want to set up at least a small gold farm. And well, yeah, I guess the other part is don't die, don't fall off the edge, because I ain't respawning. One really important part of this challenge is making a composter, because without being able to turn these warp blocks into bone meal, don't really stand much of a chance of getting more wood than what you actually spawn with. So try and collect as many of these warp blocks as possible. Might be a good idea just to expand out on the side here a little bit so that these warp blocks don't drop into the void beneath us. And well, I mean, I guess I will just tear down the rest of this tree. Most exhilarating Skyblock gameplay. And then can use the composter to get a bunch of bone meal. And grow another tree? Oh, damn. Okay. Yep, second tree. Awesome. That was kind of clutch, not gonna lie. And I should really expand this platform just a little bit more so that I don't lose any of these nether warp blocks. And now I can get some more bone meal again. So this time I need to use the bone meal to actually try and get mushroom as well as grow a tree. Oh, okay. Ask and you shall receive, apparently. What? This thing's nearly as big as... This lumber is going to take a long time to chop down. Well, that was a big one. Took me like 6 minutes to break, although, I mean, I was using my hand, so... Well, I mean, now that I've got some more bone meal and I've got the weeping vines too, what I want to do is I want to bone meal some weeping vines down underneath the island and start to set up a platform down there, because I feel like I'm probably going to be a little bit safer being down the bottom. Just got to try not to fall into the void. And so now I can more safely just break my way down and create a bit of a platform down at the very bottom. Hold up. Let me grab... Oof. Whoa. Let me grab some more slabs. Beep. Boop. And go back down and expand the platform a little bit more. I guess this thing can also act as a safety net because, yeah, I really do not want to fall into the void and end this world. Epic. I used just about all of my wood, but there is now a 1 block extra wide platform underneath the top part of the island. So hopefully no accidents. Although, amount of bone meal? Not really epic. And yeah, I need to get a fungus and also grow a tree, so we'll see how this goes. Fungus, alright, good start. Bruh. Oh no. Alright, well I've got shroom lights that I can use as well. Oh god. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's brutal. Alright then, well, the only other thing that I can really do is try and farm this weeping vine to try and get some more bone meal that way. Because I don't think that's going to grow without using bone meal on it. So, because I was a bit of a stupid idiot, I then had to wait for the weeping vine to grow so that I could try and get some more bone meal. And then bone meal the crimson fungus to get some more trees. And I was waiting for a little while. Come on, bro, give me the tree. Oh, God damn, bro, why did that take so long? Oh, what? I honestly would have been better off just restarting the world. But, you know, I stay chilling, so just gotta make sure that I don't use all of my bone meal this time around. Well, now I'm starting to run out of hunger bars, so I think I've got no choice but to start on the gold farm before I finish off my little base that I was wanting to do. So I'll probably just chop down, I don't know, maybe another few trees, and then I can use the slabs from the trees to try and find a nether waste biome so that I can actually get some zombie piglins and set up this gold farm, and I'm just going to be eating rotten flesh. I mean, the only other thing that I can eat is like pork chops, but I really don't feel like messing around with hoglins anytime soon. I'll be one hit probably. Sweet. So now I just want to turn all of these planks into slabs. And I kind of want to spawn proof this island before I leave. Because I don't really want to come back to a ghast or hoglin or something like that. Not really going to be able to deal with it at this stage, so... Okay, I'll start bridging off in this direction then. Oh shit, what up? Found a couple of little islands off in the distance. That's kind of good. And I've also just entered a nether wastes, so this little T in the road is actually kind of the perfect place to start setting up a gold farm. I've got some little hodgepodge gold farm kind of put together. Piglins should be able to spawn over on this platform, and the half slabs above mean that no ghasts can spawn. Then you get one aggroed, they run across the bridge, fall down into this killing chamber, and bam, bam, bam. My only issue is actually trying to get a piglin to spawn in. So, hoping if I move away from the farm, because this little one block in the killing chamber is spawnable, and so are those few up there. I'm hoping that zombie piglin will spawn in and I can try and aggro them. Well, no zombie piglins have spawned yet, so I think I need to actually expand this platform, because apparently 9 blocks isn't enough to get something to spawn. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Well, that didn't work. I'm gonna try and make the bridge over on the other side. Bruh, finally. And I just have to somehow try and get their attention. That makes 0 sense as to why they weren't spawning over here, but they'll spawn on this side. You never know with Minecraft. I guess I'm just going to have to wait for them to sort of walk across this way, and then I can try and punch them when they're on the bridge. This could be a bit risky, but I'm kind of sick of waiting, so... Oof. Hopefully they don't jump down onto me. And of course they can't get through the trapdoor. Okay, that's fine. I'll just break it real quick. Ah, because it's shut. There we go. Oh, piggies. Food! Oh, finally. This is the best rotten flesh I've ever tasted in my life. I think I've figured out the strat. So you got to leave at least one zombie piglin in there. And then when more spawn, you just come up, punch it, and then they'll aggro. At least until I get a bow and I can actually shoot them from distance, this is probably the best way to do it, I think. Well, anyway, now that it's up and running and actually working, I have some food and I'm thinking I want to go and grab some more wood so I can finish making the platform to this side. I'm back with the wood, so let's get the goods. That was a really dumb rhyme, but anyway, I'm gonna expand the platform after I've killed these zombie piglins. Should hopefully get a bunch more mob spawns now. Yeah, shit, look at them go. Pretty sure I've got a couple of piglins in here now, so chuck in some gold and see what we can get. Not too bad, but also not too amazing either. I think the issue is I've got maybe baby piglins in here picking up the ingots, and they're not bartering. They're just holding onto the ingots until they die, so we'll figure out a better way of bartering at some point, but it's not ultra important right now, so I might just clear off all these zombie piglins. I really want to start working on the starter island, or in other words, the base, but can't really leave the gold farm unfinished and start working on another project. So I'm just going to have to grab a little bit of wood so that I can get some more slabs, finish off this gold farm, and then I can come back and actually work on this part. I think I've got enough wood to finish this off, although one thing I'm missing is some boots, because I know that piglins don't appreciate those with no drip, so got to make sure I bring it, otherwise they're going to try and kill me. I have now sacrificed enough pig souls to summon the golden drip. Damn, this boy drippy as. Drippy AF, if I do say so myself. Alright, well I've got one mob happy with me now, but the zombie pigs are still kind of mad at me. I need to get them all to despawn and then I can come back and finish off this farm. Ah, shit. I forgot to spawn proof the starter base. The island has a hog. This ain't good. Now I gotta go back this way and get the hog to despawn. Too many despawns. This is getting confusing. Alright, we just got a pig boy this time. He respects me because of my drip, so I should be able to spawn proof. But chill, yeah? You're gonna let me spawn proof this place, yeah? Now that I'm chill with all kinds of pigs, I can finish making this gold farm so that I can no longer be chill with these kind of pigs. First things first here, I've got to tear down the side that isn't actually going to work because for some reason no mobs were spawning over on this side. And then I can expand over to this side and make another spawning platform using a little build trick that I learned from my friend Thright. So one way to memorize how to quickly build a circle, we got 5, 2, 1, 2, and 5. The good old 5, 2, 1, 2, 5 circle. This shit honestly so easy. Bruh. Yes, and you claim that you had enough wood despite the fact that platform is obviously not finished. I said I was going to finish off the gold farm before I started working on the base, and I ain't about to go back on my word, so... Okay, now let's finally get this shit done. Well, that was quick. That's what she said. And let's celebrate with a mandatory pig harvest. We stayed drippy for real, for real. That was so stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a zoomer, I swear. I think I'm pretty happy to head back and start working on the base now. Well, I want to start off by making this top layer look a bit nicer. And I'm pretty sure it's common knowledge that you actually have to turn your island into a circle in Skyblock. So believe it or not, that's what I'm going to do. Very, very original idea, by the way. Unfortunately for me, this circle isn't as simple as that other one that I was talking about just before. I'm having to use a circle generator because yeah, there's no chance I was actually going to be able to do this freehand, so... Got the circle now, also filled out the island shape in the middle. Now I'm thinking I want to go around and sort of spice it up a little bit by chucking in some shroom lights. Too close to the edge though, I think. Maybe like here, and then on the other side too. So I can kind of have them scattered around, and then I also kind of want to go back and fill in the gaps in between with the nether warp block, and then I can go and actually spawn proof everything by putting slabs over the top, because I mean it's going to look a little bit better than this flat texture we've got at the moment. We've got this cozy little hangout spot all set up now. Breaking up the texture makes it feel a little bit more cozy, and then we've got the spot where we can grow up some trees. And I've also put in 4 of these vines to keep it a bit symmetrical, but you can pretty much just use them to climb up to get on top of any tall trees. Which just leaves setting up the bottom half of this, which is where I actually want to have my base. So I'm thinking these weeping vines can come down into the base, and then we can probably have 2 separate levels. So these can be a means of getting up and down between the 2 levels. And then obviously we have the 3rd level, which is the top area where you grow the trees and eat rotten flesh and get hungry. I'm New Blinky, and this is my crib. This entire house is not only made from locally sourced materials, but it's also got a 5-star mob-proof rating and a pure crimson lava fountain. I like to call this room the chest room. This is where I like to keep all my stuff and keep my inventory neat and tidy. You know what they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. Moving up the vine, we've got the hangout room. In here, I typically use these genuine artisan composters to turn my leftover nether warp blocks into bone meal. Without the hangout room, there'd be no fuel to this entire operation. Up on the rooftop deck, this is where the magic happens. Not only did I spawn here, but these blocks of crimson nylium supply this entire world with crimson fungus. And there's even a built-in basalt generator. Let me show you to the door. Thanks for stopping by, and don't fall into the void on your way out. Minecraft Cribs knockoff go hard. I mean, that's probably as good a place as any to end the video, so yeah. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!